So where we're standing right now was built in the 1970s, traditionally as a veterinarian clinic, and they had occupied this until they built a new building. About 4 years ago, when my commercial unit lease was up, I decided to move my karate school here. The sole source of heat for this whole 1,800-foot structure was a ceiling-mounted propane burner with a fan, and they're just the remnants of the mountings up there at the moment. So it just made very good sense to us when we were putting a geothermal system in for our home that we would also look at installing one for our business as well. Our propane and our hydro costs for the system here before we put the geothermal system in was just over $4,000 in propane and about $1,500 in hydro costs. There was no air conditioning in this building. We had an EnerGuide evaluation done, and the consultant that did the EnerGuide evaluation said to us, "What can I tell you? You have a screen door on a submarine." The evaluation indicated that the building was only 55% efficient. There was no insulation in the walls or the ceiling, and indeed it was never built to be a structure for human dwelling. So it was never built to be energy efficient. When we installed the geothermal system in here, what happened immediately, we found, is that our costs dropped. We went only to hydro costs, and those have dropped to about $1,200 a year. And we're seeing year over year those costs drop as well, about $200 per year. So in the last year, we spent just over $1,000 in hydro costs, which gives us not only heating in this building, but also the advantage of air conditioning, which our students really enjoy in the summer when it gets really hot. Now, the reason our costs are going down, I understand from a geophysicist friend of mine, is that when the lines were buried underground and the land was backfilled into the trench, the soil is full of air. It takes up to 7 years for that air to come back out of the soil and the ground to compact back to the way it was originally. So he indicated that for a period of up to 7 years, we would see an increase in efficiency of the unit, and then after 7 years, it would tail off. We're seeing that. In the past 3 years, as I indicated, our costs are going down in hydro year over year. We see the same thing at our home.